Hey, welcome back to Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Vinny.
And today, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at is now the time to buy AMD, NVIDIA, really anything in the semiconductor space due to recent worldly events? I believe it is. I'm going to tell you why.
All right. I'm interested to hear it. If you guys enjoy this kind of entertaining stock market content, two stupid guys talking stocks and everything financial, by all means, give us a like and subscribe below. We'd love to have you along in this little venture of ours. We'll get to it.
Two stupid guys trade stocks.
All right. Well, I'm covering the logo, but AMD, NVIDIA. All right. Now, obviously, I love both these stocks. No secret. We are going to talk about Intel. Don't you worry. But it's important
Big
to
Blue.
note, huh?
I like Big Blue.
Oh boy. Well, you're not gonna like their chart.
It's like $9,000 a month.
It's important to note this is not a look at individual companies. This is a look at the sector, not
Okay.
the individual company. This is a very macro view. Okay.
All right.
All right. We're trying to see, is this a buy? Not gonna go too much of a deep dive. Just want to see. Important dates. AMD, NVIDIA earnings on 5/3 and 5/25. It is 4/17 that we are recording. So got 2 weeks for AMD, about a month for NVIDIA. Okay.
Yeah. We got some big tech earnings coming up before then, too.
Which is going to be very important, actually. All right. So don't worry about that blue line. No idea what that is. Couldn't get rid of it.
I love
But
it.
if you just look at the kind of the macro view here, this is January 20, all right? From the very, very left side of this to the very, very right side. You can see that it's come down to a big support in this $85 to $90 region, right? So one may think, okay, now would be a decent time to buy, just looking at the chart. On top of that, NVIDIA also hitting this kind of $200 region. Granted, they had like a stock
Stock
split,
split, yeah.
so yeah, not really the
Yeah.
same thing.
I got
But
burned when it broke through 200 after the stock split, so I remember.
yeah, there you go. They have that stock split, which is that outrageous run up
Yep.
this thing. I don't know what's going on here. But you can see they're coming back down to a more reasonable price. All right. This is why I'm not going to talk about Intel.
Yeah, the chart's a mess. I completely understand.
Uh, this is crap. I there's it's it's like a Picasso painting. Like it's just all over the place. So I'm not even gonna bring it up. All right,
I think I see an ear there, actually, so I totally agree with the Picasso thing.
there you go. MU also kind of a little bit different. They don't make GPUs or CPUs and solid state drive. It's a little bit different, but also towards this kind of low end that it's been in about the last 13
Yeah,
14 months. Now,
interesting.
what I want to talk about is basically the tech sector, semiconductors are almost becoming the oil of our generation. All right? Every single thing that is being made, metaverse, whatever have you, literally everything is requiring more and more CPU and GPU power. Okay?
Okay. Yeah,
Literally
I like it.
everything. All right? Now, if you look at NVIDIA's revenue here, it's completely going parabolic, right? You see that stock price, and you're going to be like, they better have the numbers to back it up. They do. They do have the numbers to back it up. What are, 7% increase, 52% increase, 61% increase. What is this nonsense? Let me,
I believe that's a 7% decline, Dylan.
huh? Oh, yeah,
I believe that's a
7% decline.
seven
My
percent
bad.
decline.
7% decline. But then the
No, I
52% increase and 61% increase, ridiculous.
yeah, it looks like it's going to be probably for foreseeable future, right? You have this whole AI kind of systems being built upon NVIDIA architecture, NVIDIA being displaced in data centers a lot more often. I agree. They have tremendous tailwinds.
Exactly. And we're going to get to a chart that really kind of shows that. This bottom graph here is a PE ratio to price to earnings and kind of where it's been. It is at the high end right now. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. AMD, once again, not focusing on Intel because they're all over the place. They're like building a fab, and I don't know, they're wild.
They're building chips for NVIDIA, actually. It's one of the clients they signed up for their fab.
That's fantastic. And NVIDIA's price will go higher, and Intel's will stay the same.
Probably.
Hey, can you tell people why these dots are here?
They're flat along that line right there because they were losing money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So not the prettiest chart here, right?
Yeah. Can't have a PE when you're not making any money.
Can't have a PE when you're not making any money, right?
Yeah.
So AMD annual review, 4% increase in 45, then 68, going absolutely ridiculous. Wild, right? Parabolic.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I'm trying to get to. Graphics processing unit market size worldwide from 2020 projected through 2028.
Okay.
In 8 years, they're expecting a tenfold increase 10x. In GPU market size. Huh? What is it?
Yeah, no, a 10x. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah. That's an absolutely astounding rate of growth. Like, incomprehensible, to be honest, that's growing so fast.
It makes sense, though, because literally everything that is being built, everything that's getting smarter, or AI, or cloud computing, or everything revolves around a CPU and a GPU. And now, granted, you can kind of twist those around to specific applications, but, you know, they're both made, the majority of them are made by NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, whatever you want to do. It's not
Taiwan Semiconductor.
Huh?
Taiwan Semiconductor, Samsung, making it for the other two companies.
True. However, I'm more looking at, I would also like to make money, which is why I wasn't going to go with Intel.
Understood.
Because I prefer my stock price to go up.
Intel is not good at that game. I completely agree.
They're not good at that game. So is now the time to buy, right? In my opinion, especially when you look at those charts coming down to those support lines that they haven't been at in over a year, it's really, really hard to look at a stock and be like, all right, this is the time to buy. This is not. I don't want to miss out. What do I do? In my opinion, this is the time. If you wanted to be safe, you could wait till after AMD's earnings because there's a whole worldly event, which I won't really go into, happening right now, which messes up a bunch of supply chains on top of that. But you could wait till after AMD's earnings, make sure that they have that parabolic growth that's continuing, and then put your money in someone else after the jump. NVIDIA. What have you?
Interesting.
What do you think?
Yeah. The very interesting for sure. You see the tit for tat like AMD and Intel got into of like the world's fastest gaming CPU. You know that no, it just literally happened. AMD released I think it's like a 3900 X3D, which has like the cache directly built into the chiplet, which is their kind of a big innovation for this. And immediately Intel came out with like a 12900 KS. They already had like the 12900K. They added the KS just a little bit faster, just to kind of take that top spot again. They're definitely in the range right now where they're going like a little tit for tat. Although the AMD offering is like $400 and the Intel offering is like $800.
Yeah, I was literally waiting for you to finish because I was like, I guarantee AMD is cheaper, but you already beat me to it. So
you are indeed correct.
Yeah, I really want to pay $400 for that 0.5% increase in performance. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, it's time to buy. I don't know if we're going to get these prices again. The whole market outlook is a little bit nerve-wracking for like the next 8 years-ish is what they're kind of thinking. So, in my opinion, I think this is kind of like the oil of this sector or what have you.
You know, they have come down quite a bit. They're definitely in an area where it's a little bit tempting. I will probably throw both AMD and NVIDIA into like a little discounted cash flow formula and see like which one makes the most sense based on like their recent growth and expected future growth, to see, which is closer to a valuation that makes sense to me.
I think AMD is cheaper, but I think NVIDIA would be better.
Yeah, I think it's hard to argue against NVIDIA's like market dominance.
Yeah,
AMD and Intel have products that are going tit for tat. NVIDIA really still is very much in their own realm. Other companies try to. Intel does have their Arc GPU coming out, and they think it's going to be the first generation of that. And they think by the third generation they might be able to like kind of compete, but who knows? It's going to be several years before they get to that point. And then this is a product that keeps getting rolled back in terms of its launch date. So
Yeah, it's like Tesla trucks. There you go.
yeah, yep.
Which also use
exactly
CPUs
like
and GPUs. All right, guys.
Mm.
We'll see you for the next one.
Get to the next one.